Okay, hi. So, part two. So, Kamala is Brat, right? We get that. So, 30% of Gen Z identifies as part of the LGBTQ. We're just going to say 207 million for the vibes. Okay, 23% of voters voted in the last election. We're just going to say 47.8 million for the vibes. That's 47.8 million LGBTQ people that have guaranteed to see the Brat and Brat Summer memes on TikTok, and that have guaranteed to see the Camilla Harris memes, and have been 98% likely to see the coconut tree memes. That means they have been getting an influx of Kamala representation on their timeline and a presence in their mind for at least the past 3 months with the current memes. And that's not even counting her consistent, like, quarterly presence online, just to different things happening, and her means being applicable to so many situations and still feel refreshing as long as you take enough of a break from them. And so there's also been increased social awareness on TikTok and on social media in general for the younger generations when in regards to voting. So last election, we were having trouble getting younger people to vote. It wasn't even getting younger people to vote, honestly. Gen Z actually, that was so wrong. Gen Z are very politically active. It was just an issue convincing a lot of the other generations to vote. Honestly, the people who are voting the least are probably on the lowest of keys, millennials. We just like talk about it and like we do it, but even if we do it, a lot of us don't vote for like the smaller elections still. But anyways, like, because I know I haven't, but that's not the point. It probably actually is a point, but I don't have time for that. So like, voter. Oh, okay. And if these people are, let's just say, like, not even all of them. Let's just say only 30 million of them vote, right? Okay. So when the last presidential election, I think it was like a tie between, like, not a tie, but like I think the balance was between, like, each had a range between, like, what, 70 to 80 million. I don't feel like looking that up again. It was like 4 in the morning. But either we're just gonna say 70 to 80 million. Either way, that's a good sizable chunk to get for your election, just to get that secured, right? And it's not like a pool that the other two candidates can really tap into, solely for the reasons of what's been going on socially. The size that this, okay, what's been going the nice. Um, keep reading text messages, but like, okay, hold on. Let's go back. I'm not gonna even edit that out. Okay, we're gonna keep it in for the authenticity. Um, I did. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this on my whiteboard. Anyways, um, I gotta text that make me happy. Leave me alone. Let's see. Okay. ADHD vibes. Okay. Um. Okay. So like, they're likely to get the votes because of the increased voter awareness on TikTok, because of everything that's been happening in, like, life, and the changes in laws, which have people on the Democratic and liberal sides of the political scale, and even some people who are identified as Republican, concerned about a few things. So she seems like a candidate that would at least hold some integrity for certain values that people hold, that are being contradicted by certain changes that seem to be forming at this current time. Um, yeah. So like, yeah, basically like the girls and the gays don't want their rights taken away, so they're gonna vote for the homegirl with the silk press and is having a brat summer, like, duh. um. So yeah. So that is why Brat Summer is advantageous to Camilla Harris, but also it gives an aesthetic to her. First off, the color suits her beautifully. Like, if you had, like you see the memes and edits of Kamala with the orange color over her, it looks great. It suits her perfectly. So you have something that's an aesthetic, and it's also an aesthetic that suits her well, and it also fits her brand. Remember, the color is like the color of like a highlighter or a sticker. I said in the last video that Kamala Harris basically looks like your local superintendent. Okay, like if I shook her hand, I would see a sticker with a grade on it, but it's a sticker nonetheless. So like it just kind of fits into her like approachable, down to earth, fun yet authoritative persona that has been almost crafted for her simply by being who she is, and the way that she represented herself initially in a reception that got online, and the connection to her traits to the communities that responded to it. Connection her traits have to the communities that responded to it. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We're here. I hope we're here. Keep forgetting that I only have 1 star on. Anyways, yeah. So that is part 2 about why Camilla Harris is Brat. If I remember the rest of what I wanted to say, I'm gonna put it in part 3. But I think that's pretty cool. And this characterization, not even this characterization, or not a flanderization, because I feel like flanderization is bad. When I was taught the word flanderization, I was thought that it was bad. Whatever. The characterization of Kamala Harris also, it's for an older person that's been influenced a lot by social media and sees things with a very colorful worldview, but still very grounded since age. Her characterization also fits her in a grounded sense and goes along with the archetype I mentioned before, because even though there's been a lot of scandal about her past career exploits, not exploits, but the passings of her career, and the facts that have been spun out about it. She's actually a politician that you can research and find that certain things may not be as harsh as you might have thought that they were, and there has actually been more action plans put in place and resolution to some of the complex issues that she's dealt with during her career. So that also fits into a image of sort of a fair authority figure that has a very that is very down to earth and communal, and has a very reserved but in touch presence with the younger generation that the other 2 candidates simply do not have in the same way. Donald Trump does have a connection with us, but he's flanderized and he's a meme and a character, and he's not like, it doesn't feel like that's a real person to do a job. And the other candidates that feel like real persons that do their job seem like they're going to come for our necks. So a fair option with a silk press and a catchy meme and a cute color scheme during our first good summer, and it's not even that hot here in the South. Yeah, we're having a Brat summer. Everyone is having a Brat summer. Presidents included, president-elects included, I guess. Okay, and then just the way that her and like Joe switched out, it was like the besties tapped in. Like, come on now, like the drama. It was like the drama, but not drama. Anyways, I'm getting off track. But it's been 9 minutes, so part 3.